Excuse me.
No. Hello there, it is I, Chewy Cookies, back with more crappy content for you to consume. I am joined by my co-host Andrew. Say hello, Andrew.
Hello, Andrew.
And today, we've got some CK3. Oh, that's a little loud. I'm going to turn the volume down because I'm pretty sure we're causing echo. There.
Okay, so last week, when we left off,
You were old.
I was 72, and having started off as a lowly mercenary, I have worked my way up to being Emperor of all Britannia.
Thanks, Christina.
Go ahead, you know you want to do it.
All hail Britannia! And yeah, now he's gonna hecking die.
Almost certainly, I will be dead by the time this stream ends.
But don't worry, he has an heir, and through that heir he can continue playing.
Yes and no. I could continue playing as my heir.
But he's gonna pick someone else, I guess.
I just created the Kingdom of England title and gave it to my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I have no kids landed in Wales, so there will be no King of Wales.
No Welsh king.
Yes. Because I refuse to give kingdom-level titles to someone who's not in the family.
Mm-hmm.
So... breaking fast with a friend. I'm on my way to the Abbey one morning when I run into High Queen Edhild, who was carrying a small bag. Glancing around the she conspiratorially opens it, revealing all sorts of food and drink. It's such a beautiful day. Come join me outside for a morning picnic, she says. As I start to protest and land my way to the Abbey, Edhild interrupts me. God will still be there later, but these entremets won't. God is more important than breakfast? No. Because look at that.
That's a lot of stress. 84 whole stress.
And let's take a look at the rest of the world, what the rest of the world is doing while I've been over here conquering Britain. Sweden has basically conquered most of,
Scandinavia.
yes, under King Horror the Drunkard.
Mm-hmm.
Finland has formed. King Ahala. Denmark has formed and is slowly getting eaten by West Slavia.
Oh no. Oh, nom, 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 nom.
High Kings.
Shh.
Look at that.
What am I looking at?
Look
That's a big military, yeah. Oh, you couldn't hear us before?
Zygmunt.
Oh wait, you can hear us better, is what you mean. Now I remember what she was saying before the last couple streams. She had to keep her who's it quiet because nighttime in Greece and
Mm-hmm.
but now she has headphones so she can hear us at our silliest.
We have the Empire of Francia has formed. I at some point got land in Spain without even trying.
Mm-hmm.
We got Italy is doing Italy things down here. The Byzantine Empire is largely intact.
Mm-hmm. Not that they call themselves Byzantine.
No, they call themselves Roman.
Because they are fools and they are wrong.
Novgorod has formed. Hungary did form, but I suspect it is going to slowly get eaten by West Slavia because West Slavia would be the only country that would actually give me a fight at this point. Claim Britannia. These lands were once ruled by Celts, and the significance and influence of the culture is once again spreading throughout the lands. As more men and women embrace the Celtic tongue and culture, it is only right to make it official.
Seriously though, we have at least one viewer watching with headphones. Do not scream!
For too long, this great island of ours has been under foreign rule. At last it is back in Celtic hands. I look out over the fields, and it is as if the sun shines for the first time in years. It is as if the land of abundance and health, Tirnanok, has returned to greet us a welcome. The hills and valleys of our ancestors are once again embraced by our culture. And now I have acquired the nickname the Twaha de Danon.
Neat.
Yes, I have reclaimed Britain.
I'm sorry for him. His default state is loud and talkative.
To walk through Surrey is to be treated to a dreadful symphony of human suffering. Pestilence has come to this unassuming hamlet. The skin of the infected is deep red and covered in lumps and bumps. Countless fresh scars cover the skin from endless itching, and these helpless eyes are bloodshot and red. Already people are calling this affliction Ethelbert's pox, and at least half of the peasant population have been infected, and it's only a matter of time until it spreads to the nobility. Summon the physician! The world is full of dangers, even to a high king in his court. I should hire a physician lest injury or disease befall us. I have asked around for recommendations and have assembled a few options to choose from. Ethelbert's pox, early prevention. The dim, flickering light of Alexandria's infirmary illuminates the scene as the physician lays out a plan of attack. Those afflicted by Ethelbert's pox are riddled by scars and rashes like I've never seen before. The plague risks destabilizing the entire realm. Our people and crops will be decimated if we do not take radical action. Ultimately, the exact strategy for preventing the spread of this plague is mine to make.
Oh yeah, the dialogue stuff does contain consequences.
Yes.
If you do it wrong.
The soft approach is best for now. Early prevention, success. It would seem the moderate approach has proven successful, with a slow spread of disease symptoms among the commoners. Though the impact is quite minimal, it should at least grant more time to work on a more permanent solution.
The others are probably just busy.
What? Oh. Boiling anger.
The anger boil.
You might be a high king, Andres, but you are also an abhorrent bampot. The heroic anger
Abhorrent.
expressed by my daughter Durba came as a complete surprise. She has been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this. But even as she struggles, it's calming.
Imagine being called by a bampot in the year of our Luigi 2025.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm slowly attempting to spread... Actually, am I attempting to spread my new religion? I am.
Cool.
But I have no counselors because they all died. Let's fix that. Actually, no, I know what happened to most of my counselors. They were vassals under my... They are now vassals under my daughter. Who is also Gaelic, which means she will hopefully start spreading the Gaelic faith on her own. Twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. God knows I was cursed the day I met Shanad. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought the solitary Bampot to his grave.
Yay, that dingus is dead.
I have no idea who...
I know, right? Serpent!
I recognize the anxious look on my servant's face. She is here to bring me bad news. Oh, her. My lord, you must come quickly. Your daughter, Queen Setik, was just seen leaving the chambers of your vassal, Chieftain Kalik. This can only mean one thing.
Oh dear.
Yeah, my daughter appears to be cheating.
Oh no. You want a drinky?
Sure.
Wait.
Alright, I got nothing else better to do, so let's host a grand tournament. Luckgamon. We will have, let's see, duel. Let's see. Duel, horse race, board game, wrestling. duel it is. He is my champion. Accommodations, luxurious encampment. Splendid prizes. Start the tournament. We're gonna host ourselves a grand tournament. Come one, come all. Fresh-faced and alert, the members of my entourage are eager to get going to the grand tournament competition. I am hosting in Leinster. This should be a successful event as well as prosperous to the county. Hopefully everyone will have a good time and appreciate the efforts of the event. Let us host a tournament. I've arrived at the site of the tournament here in Leinster. Though not all revelers have yet arrived, throngs of people wander through the colorful surroundings, all looking forward to the forthcoming displays of skill and prowess. There is no time to lose. We must begin preparing. We must be a victor at absolutely any cost. The tournament is at hand at last. Many have flocked to... Hey! Chew's out of the room right now. But I'm doing good. I'm hosting me a tournament, and I'm apparently going to participate in the said tournament at the age of 70-something. Sunrise is higher in the sky, and the shadows shorten. If I am to compete in the duel contest, I must ensure I will qualify. It will soon begin. I greet a band of champions as they wander past me, one staggering behind the rest. It makes me pause. Spinning on my heels, I call after the figure. They are clad in shapeless, ill-fitting armor, their eyes wide and clearly terrified beneath their helmet. Something isn't right here. Stepping forward, I rip off the helmet before they have a chance to react. Stand before me, looking furtively to see if anyone else had noticed. It's none other than a man dressed as a champion, no less. This is a silly event. It's basically meant as... if I hadn't already made it so that women were allowed to participate in fighty things, this would have been a woman disguising themselves as a man in order to participate in the tournament. But since women can openly participate in this tournament because I changed the laws, this event doesn't know what to do. Oh, that's okay. When my 74-year-old dude dies, I will take over as one of my kids. I can see the gentle flicker of the flames from the other side of the road. The warmth wraps my body in familiar embrace. Even before I open the door inside, the blacksmith lines a batch of nails. "Can I be of help, my lord?" he asks, his forehead stained with coal. The air is thicker here. "Can you show me an expert technique?"
We are out of mangoes.
No more mangoes.
But don't worry, we still have tea.
No, we haven't started playing that yet. We had an event pop up.
Also, you are very loud. I could understand nearly every word you said from downstairs. In the kitchen.
A strongman show. Lively noises make me discover an improvised arena set up by the local peasants where two burly wrestlers are putting on a show. They trade blows, weave, duck, and circle each other until one of them makes a daring move. I call this one the Drunk Jig. He screams before lifting his opponent and slamming him into the ground, making him yield immediately. Corbin the Serene, the magnificent, victorious yet again, the victor gloats. I should study their technique.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was funny how that clearly we got an event that is clearly
different because you altered the laws.
yes.
Oh, there have been several.
None on me though. Surprisingly. Contestants march onto the field, taking their places around the sparring quad as the herald announces the contest commencement. The squared-off ring is being looked over in the background, rattled and shaken to ensure no give should a contestant crash into it. The dual qualifiers have come to an end, and it's clear who will be put forward for the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question to the favorite. My champion, Yulan, and I will show these boars what's what. I am ready.
Are y'all ready, kids?
You will face O'Shear. Yeah, I'm not going to cheat. I vowed to myself I would win the contest in this tournament, and I can't help but consider a less fair approach to securing the prize of the dual competition. I'm sure my opponent would do the same if they had the idea. Who knows? Maybe they already have.
Oh dear.
It happens in a split second. As our blades clash thunderously, the hilt of O'Shear's weapon slips past, smacking off the back of my sword hand. Reeling backward to gain some space, I clutch at my hand with my free one, sword held limply in front of me. The throbbing pain radiates up my arm as I wriggle my fingers curiously. It appears to not be heavily damaged. If it is at all, the inspection is tricky as I weave backward to avoid a blow from the advancing O'Shear. He grins, clearly seeing an advantage, and sails another blow just past my flank. I can't simply dodge forever. My hand will need to be dealt with, one way or another. There's only one thing for it.
Did you even check the other one?
I did.
Ah.
But this has a 63% chance to increase my score moderately, and I gain ambidextrous for 25 years.
Oh, neat.
A screeching chorus of metal on metal rings out as two blades scrape down each other's lengths, sparks glittering as they fall to the ground. I look for advantages, thinking back to when I saw an opportunity to use my other hand during the duel. The duel is still so close. This victor could still be either of us. We advance upon each other once more. We are both battered, both tired, and there can only be one winner. Must remember my training.
How's that game, Kurgan? Having fun with it?
I must remember my training. I lost.
Oh. Oof.
That was actually some pretty bad rolls because I had a 60% chance.
Right?
A sonorous blow rings out as my weapon glances off helmet, my opponent staggering backwards in a daze. I follow up quickly, a swipe feint left, a hammering blow right. I advance as my adversary backpedals desperately, my sword barely being deflected by the barest of marches. O'Shear changes tack suddenly, and I sense the end is near. I do my best to keep my guard against his storing blows, but the last catches my blade awkwardly, breaking my grip and knocking it into the dirt. The judges call an end. I have lost. Confounded! Ethelwulf and Yulin. The bout between Captain Ethelwulf and my grandson Yulin has been decided. It was closely thought, but in the end, Ethelwulf disarmed Yulin and forced him to concede. Ethelwulf is through to the semi-final. There goes my champion's chances. Bad luck, grandson.
Oh well.
The dual quarterfinals are over. The herald booms. Captain Ethelwulf, the Blade of St. George, Racine, O'Shear, and Copsig have reached the semi-finals. An interesting round. The bout between Captain Ethelwolf and Racine has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Ethelwolf battered Racine to the ground, forcing a forfeit. Ethelwolf is through to the finals. A final contest. The bout between Copsig and O'Shear has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Copsig was declared the close winner by a resounding judgment. Copsig is through to the final.
I mean, there can be a mission fail, but, well, not really mission fail, but a game over, but he can't get a game over right now because he has heirs.
The only way to game over is for your dynasty to die out.
Mm-hmm.
The herald booms. Captain Ethelwolf, the Blade of St. George, and Copsig have reached the final. A sonorous blow rings out as my weapon glances off the helmet. My opponent staggering backward in a daze. I follow up quickly as I swipe face.
I think that's,
yeah.
copy-pasted instead of properly edited.
Yeah, a hammering blow right. I advance as my adversary's back.
He advances
Desperately, his sword barely being deflected by the barest of margins. The bout between Captain Ethelwolf and Copsig has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Ethelwolf is declared the clear winner by a resounding judgment. This means Ethelwolf has won the duel contest.
Neat.
Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble, the contest is over, and someone's moment in the sun is being ready. A herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else, some truly spirited competition, Captain Ethelwolf beat Copsig in the final. Ethelwolf is our winner. I must put in more effort next time, I think to myself, watching the victor's arm raised. My champion, Ulan, barely lived up to the name.
Oh. Well, that's...
High Queen Edhild has been murdered. We were talking about assassinations earlier.
Mm-hmm.
How can a heart endure this kind of pain without breaking? It cannot be possible. Yet here I am, my heart beating whilst yours has gone quiet. Oh, Edhild, my sweetness. Life will not be the same without you. At least the memories are made.
Oh, that's cool.
That is good. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament, and the massed crowds begin to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. Captain Ethelwolf's superiority to the Blade had him take home the prize in the duel. I was unable to win a contest. I look forward to the next one. Finish the grand tournament. Never did appoint people to these positions. Doing it now because I can.
5 episodes in.
Alright. This is just saying I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I skipped it.
Good to hear, Kurgan.
How do you... I'm not gonna ask. I was gonna say, how can you be bad at food taster?
Maybe they have scarred taste buds from a burn,
I know, it just seems silly, doesn't it, though?
right?
I just commissioned an artist to make a crown.
Neat.
We shall see if it is made before my character, you know... Inspiration, a vassal to remember. Duke Will, Hyrule, and High Chieftain Dunnel are among the most powerful of my realm. I never know how to keep them happy so they don't go around stirring up trouble. Perhaps flattery is the way to go. Anyone would be pleased to have something made in their name. one day, and I have yet just the right thing in the making. Should let my champion Saki know that I am dedicating his masterpiece to my trustworthy vassals and advisors. Then again, it is my artifact. Maybe I should just... Dedications are overrated anyway.
A scheme!
Let's see.
Do any of your spouses yet live?
No. I could technically marry again.
But probably not the best idea.
The only thing that would be good for is if I needed help managing my domains, which I don't, or popping out more kids, which...
You've got plenty. And several of them have kids as well.
Yeah. I have, let's see, 11 children. 1, 2, 3, 4 of which are already dead.
Damn!
I mean, let's see how many family members. There are 48 living members of my dynasty right now.
Damn!
Let me remind everyone here.
Oh yeah, he's the Emperor of Britannia now.
Yes.
Ooh! Can you send pictures later?
Let me remind everyone.
I didn't know you had a baby puppy.
When this game started, I was the only member of my dynasty.
Mm-hmm. Now there are 48 of you schmuckers.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to send pics of the puppy, I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Though you would absolutely make this guy's day. My deeds are spoken of with reverence and envy the world over, from foreign courts to village taverns, and with that come the supporters. Today, Trenchard is ushered in and introduced as representing a small Irish mercenary band from Ennis in Ennis. Oh, superb High King, my friend and I hear of wondrous crown being made for you and wish to donate to your metalsmith. It would deeply honor us, your majesty. We have saved for months. It is I who am honored.
42 stressed.
Yes.
But yeah, I have made some new pupper friends here. So that's very nice. I actually saw one of them earlier today when I was out for a walk. Her name is Susie, and she looks like one of the gremlins from the movie Gremlins. You know, when they look cute and whatnot, not when they turn into monstrous things that...
What could I declare war on him for?
Oh.
Oh.
It's a paradox game, remember? It's not always going to make sense.
I can basically declare war on anyone at any time because
and what's
conquest.
happening there?
Ladies and gentlemen, behold, the Holy Roman Empire of France.
Oh no!
And Empress Ermentrude the Great of the Holy Roman Empire. You are supposed to be over here, Holy Roman Empire, but now you're in France.
This is a paradox game.
It is, in fact, a paradox game. But yeah, and... Oh, dear Lord, look at all... Look at this. insanity.
Right? Border gore.
Traitor be known to all. Well, Melsmith Saki updates me on his progress, droning on about the limits of mold and bellows as my mind reels with bold ideas for my crown. Making may not be my personal forte, but that doesn't mean I can't have a say in how my money is spent. My background gives me some unique insights. 88% that it'll slightly higher quality when it's done.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, diplomacy perk.
Yep. The Fickle Philip.
Mm-hmm.
I bump into a very grave-looking Saki, my metalsmith, hoping that he doesn't bring the ill news of the splendid crown he should soon have ready for me. Oh, there you are, my liege. I have hit a wall in my work. Nothing major. My ideas have gone to ground as the pressure mounts. He laughs nervously. I just need some inspiration, mighty High King. Might you have some prior examples I could examine? To the Great Hall. I show Saki around my great hall, taking great pride in its luxury and numerous riches on display. Dafid insists on coming and watches from afar, wincing each time an object is improperly handled or misidentified. He does if
No, nothing.
groans in the room before returning to me, crestfallen. My liege, there's nothing here that stands out to me. Is there anything else? Dafid, any suggestions?
Nothing of the with the amount of detail of a Paradox game can work on a phone.
Over here, my lord. My champion Saki waves me over with a wide grin. I've toiled many days and nights, and finally my work is done. He presents me with an object wrapped in cloth, and then I say, lift the fabric, my eyes grow wide. A plain crown of very fine craftsmanship. The crown is forged from bronze and set with small pieces of rock crystal.
Nice. Oh no, a scheme.
Will the traitor be known to all? And now I'm wearing that said crown.
Nice.
Alright, now I'm off to the royal court.
Mm-hmm.
I can hold court. Let's see, court artifacts. Lycian war banner.
So it's kind of like a hecking town hall.
Yes. Ranger, I can't increase it anymore because I'm still tribal.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, need to return. Hold court. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all movement in the chamber has ceased. All faces turn towards mine expectantly. In front of me, I count 3 petitioners lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. Gesture for the first in line to approach.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Civilization 7 is available for mobile if you want to play something similar to this, but not quite as detailed.
Several of Paradox's games have released on consoles, but a phone would beg for mercy if you tried to install it on there.
Right.
I am faced with Sirlith Nick Cathan.
But yeah, if you're gonna get something on your phone, I recommend Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Yul Galkabar's sad eyes, which grow larger and more pitiful as her father, Chieftain Gluen Iron, gently ushers her toward my court. High King, he laments. The girl has been at Cathleen's court with no one to watch over her since the disappearance of her dear mama. Please look to her future. What can be done for this child? No fear, I shall raise the girl myself. My vassal chieftain Imhir approaches the throne with a young man in tow. My liege and high king, he spouts. My son, Snedgis Wrath, both seeks the honor of serving in your retinue of champions. Give him the opportunity to prove his quality. The man knows his way around a sword, will not let you down when it counts. Very well. You may attend me, Snedgas. Noble privileges. Duke Rodri, my vassal, strides forward, clearly eager to hear my response to his petition. My liege, Everfoe is among the greatest houses of Alba. Gwydion counsel should always be heard by the High King. Excluding your most qualified and prominent followers only serves to sow division and mistrust. Gwynedd will always have my ear. Also, if I take a look at the throne room.
It's already set to that. You have to click away and then click back, I think. I do not have a. I do not have no artifact for the throne.
No, I do not.
Oh well. Any of the other artifacts, things you can,
Nah.
Oh well.
Does not look to be.
Oh well. Randy, you're level 5.
I have several situations. Powerful.
Oh no! The schemer discovered. Not just a scheme, but a schemer, but the whole hecking schemer behind it. I think you're clicking through it too quickly, and it's having issues keeping up.
Family members can get married.
Oof. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of short form stuff myself in the first place, but, you know, to each their own.
I will ransom those off shortly, presumably. Titles can be created. A whole bunch of duchy titles that I'm not going to bother creating. Create an accolade. I can create 2. My grandson Ewan, the shall be considered the Iron Sentinel.
Neat.
He is sick at the moment, though.
Ah, poor dude.
And Amalric here shall be the Iron Champion.
Nice.
And let's see, let's mass.
A faction has targeted you.
We shall see about that. And we'll also mass ransom people who can be ransomed.
Got a bunch more money.
Let's see.
Just realized I probably shouldn't put my phone right next to the hecking microphone. What you doing?
Checking how many votes each candidate has. Okay. He would objectively be the best candidate, but they don't want to pick him.
That is unfortunate.
Unless I can win one of them over. Which I can.
And time starts moving once more. And it stopped again. Huh? Ah.
My daughter, Queen Setic, has been showing the signs of pregnancy for some time now, and everyone thought that her husband, King Otto, was the father of the child. Now it has become clear that the real father-to-be is none other than Chieftain Kalik. If only it could have stayed secret.
Dang.
Allure of language. Ruling the multicultural High Kingdom now comes with its own set of challenges. Foreign courtiers often feel alienated when they cannot speak their native tongue in court, breeding resentment. My steward, Duke Rudri, suggested I could significantly improve relations with my Welsh courtiers by learning to speak their language alongside my own. Time to hit the books.
Yes, let's learn to say the name of that one town that's so long it tries to invade Poland.
Nope, not doing that. Actually, Setic wouldn't... let's see. I'm gonna save before I do this.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric would not be a bad choice for my next character, for my heir.
I don't use my phone for anything other than playing music or, calling people, so I don't really need any sort of fancy phone, really.
So now basically she's co-ruler with me.
Neat.
This actually activates a system called the diarchy system.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to monarchy.
It's usually most relevant if you're in a regency, which happens if you become incapable or you are a child.
Mm-hmm.
Or your lord is one of those two things.
Gotcha. So, Andres is feeble and unable to do stuff now, is what you're saying?
This is a thing that actually happened quite often back in the medieval times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the ability to designate my own heir specifically at this point, but basically in the Middle Ages what would happen frequently is this. A king who knew his time was coming would elevate one of their kids that they wanted to succeed to them as co-king with them.
Gotcha.
Basically let them learn the ropes at the old man's feet, and then it smooths the transition when the king pops his clogs. Everyone's already used to obeying said kid as if they were the king. Now, if this was a regency, regencies can be a problem because you see the scales of power. So what this is, right now it's at 1. I have basically all the power here.
Okay.
I can dismiss her at any time if I wanted to. However, if she decides to start swinging the scales of power in her favor, and I don't counter her, and it gets all the way over to here, level 6, take a look at
Dude, just say it. Don't tell me to take a look at it.
So here's the things that can happen. She can, and this can happen if you're in a regency as well.
Okay.
Or if you are the regent. Diarchs can issue an ultimatum to their liege demanding permanent transfer of rule if they can convince the majority of their liege's powerful vassals to support a coup.
Gotcha.
Coups are launched via decision, whilst powerful vassals are invited via character interaction. So basically, if you ever let your regent get to here, they can literally try to steal the throne from you.
Okay.
Oh, you looking up said village whose name invades Poland? After many long weeks of study, I finally have a solid grasp of the fundamentals of the language. With continued practice, my fluency will improve, but even this basic understanding has improved my relations with my West courtiers. That is what it sounded like. Objectively.
I mean, he would know. He's Welsh.
Ha! 0% chance I die. While surveying the lands of Thoim, the sun is high and there's a light breeze. I look around and reflect over the fact that the area is pretty desolate, save some migratory birds far up in the sky. As I lean down to adjust my boot, I'm suddenly jolted upright when we hear riders approaching. The cloaked figures seem to be coming from every direction. And before I know it, one of the villains is right in front of me, blade drawn and lunging at my throat.
Ha! 0% chance you die. Oh no!
Oh, fuck indeed. Fuck indeed for more reasons than you might think.
I never said fuck, but whatever.
That was the guy I wanted to succeed me.
Oh no!
The conflict between Dehu Barth and Alba interested me little until my council's summary of the base Battle of Death Fate appeared, and I now know immediately that something terrible has happened to my son. There amongst the dispatches it reads, we confirm Earl Dalian was killed staunchly resisting the Alban archers. He was slain by Silu, Marshal of Count Frulia, in the fierce encounter. I could not have saved him, but no parent should outlive their child. Now I have to pick a new heir, just to top everything off.
Damn! That's just upsetting.
Cedric?
Cedric?
Yes, my co-monarch will succeed me.
Neat.
Should I die? But something concerns me.
The thing concerns him.
She might die. She's also wounded, and it is apparently aggravated.
Who is?
My daughter, the one I want to succeed
dear.
me. Yeah, I have outlived several children at this point.
That is upsetting.
Quite. Though not actually as uncommon as you might think.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it happened with my grandma. She outlived one of her sons.
Not as uncommon as you might think historically either.
Mm-hmm.
Several kings were succeeded by grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
And stay out. Scully Stenson.
The pants is a Scully Stenson.
Apparently that's that guy's name.
Okay.
I could barely listen to the accounts of my grandson's Skullig's torture at the hands of King Solgus. To make matters worse, he must also suffer the Bohemian dungeon. Can we really let this...
Slazen.
Yes. One morning, I'm getting ready to face the day. My ward, Serlith, approaches me. Master Andres, we found this while exploring the castle yesterday. You should have it. She hands over a small tattered coin purse. Keep it. Invest it. Alright. Let's see. Can I forge a new artifact? Not yet. My health is actually pretty damn good.
Crazy.
Ah, she recovered from her wound.
Oh, that's good.
Hiking, Andres. We have had our differences in the past, but don't you realize it's time to let bygones be bygones? Yeah, it's not like I'm going to go over there and kick his butt.
Right.
Yeah, if I were to try and fight Ermintrude the Great over here, I would just punk her, basically.
Suffering.
Like I said, the only realm at the moment that can... Not one day too soon. The only realm that can field enough men to match me in open battle is this guy right here. Zygmunt, the unlucky of West Slavia. Well, I would contend that he's pretty dang lucky. I mean, look at how big a fracking empire he's got.
Big.
Footmen,
Man horse.
armored footmen, bowmen, pikemen. I'm actually not going to add another men-at-arms regiment because there's nothing really I need.
Does the man have no arms?
No, the men have plenty of arms.
Oh no, the men have too many arms! That man has 15!
Ah, someone has come to pay me homage.
Neat.
I've arrived in Luminec to pay homage to you, glorious High King, as a show of my loyalty. I hope my pledge of submission alone is evidence enough of my honor. Show Duquile in at once. Homage, taking the knee. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Duquile, who is soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference, offering nothing but his oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the High Kingdom. At last I bid the Duke arise, confirming my satisfaction and Wile's rights to the lands he rules in my stead.
I just realized, what do you mean the Golden Child starring Eddie Murphy? Where'd that come from?
Well, there was an event that called the Golden Child.
Oh, right. Ooh, social manipulation.
The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought, but my vassal chieftain Kalik has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed among my vassals. He is testing my limits. The others are sure to follow, unless I give him a taste of his own medicine. Give him a few tasks which are impossible to complete. Ah, never mind. Ah, it didn't work.
It didn't work. It did not work.
Yeah, I have tons of money right now that I basically can't do anything with because
You have tongues of Sten?
I do indeed have tongues instead. But basically I have lots of money, but none of it's gonna, practically speaking, matter because I don't really have anything to build right now because tribal.
Right.
Praetorian Guard. No, we do not like those people.
What people?
The Praetorian Guard.
Mm.
For those of you who know anything about the Praetorian Guard, you know why I just said that. For those of you who know nothing about the Praetorian Guard,
they enjoy stabbing Roman emperors.
Yes, I will explain more in a moment when I'm done reading this event. Today, Fingon held a fiery sermon for all of the children of the court. They were apparently spellbound as he zealously read from the scriptures. My ward, Serlith, now seems certain that she is destined for greatness, claiming that God supports her indiscriminately. She is now ambitious.
Eat.
Ah. Go forth and convert more people. Not enough people follow the Gaelic faith. It must be spread to all corners.
Serpent!
I recognize the anxious look on my servant's face. He's here to bring me bad news. My lord, you must come quickly. Your daughter and heir,
Oh no!
Again with this. Does she have lustful or something? Because this is the second time she's been caught doing the dance with no pants. God, let's see. Seductress. Oh, she's a seductress. That's what it is. Oh, wow. Great. Incestuous. That's just great.
Oh, feel free. We're going to have to quit at some point to have dinner, but after that we'll be doing
X.
Super Robot Wars X, but yeah.
Loyalty or fear? As their High King, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much is obedience without devotion worth? In times of crisis, a slow response or a half-hearted effort can lead to disaster. Can I afford such risk? I'll win their unwavering loyalty.
She sent pics of the puppy.
This is... Oh, that is a cute pupper.
Oh, no!
That is adorable pupper.
Sweet. Oh, in a better angle. Oh.
False conversion. A number of so-called converso were told by their former rabbis to profess conversion to the true faith, but they have continued to practice Merkabah in secret. If true, this would undermine any efforts in converting the Jewish communities of Iberia to Christianity. Which I only technically care about because I have exactly one territory in freaking Iberia.
Right?
I care not either way.
Care not.
I care not either way because... Let's see.
Reasons.
I mean, if I could, I would literally just give this territory its independence. Which one died this time?
No!
Let's see.
Not Derb!
She didn't... Oh God, how could you do this to Derbfagel? If I have sinned, why did you not punish me instead? She was blameless, my perfect daughter. Life had so much more in store for her. Well, she was freaking 61.
Wow.
So she had a pretty good run, if you ask me. My oldest biological daughter. That's who just died.
Yep.
Because you will remember Kaisher died at 37, but was not biologically related to me.
Because you found him in the woods because he was raised by wolves.
Yes. She apparently died without any kids, which is strange. She was married.
That is pretty odd.
As the church music plays on my 82-year-old self, so this game's already been going for 10 years. A shadow over Angus. To walk through Angus is to be treated by a dreadful symphony of human suffering. Pestilence has come to this unassuming hamlet. Yes, the church is speaking in Greek.
Oh, do you understand what it's saying?
Everywhere one goes, one cannot escape the ceaseless noise of hacking and coughing from the infected congealed blood, staining their clothes deep crimson. Already people are calling this affliction White Plague. At least half of the peasant population have been infected, and it is only a matter of time until it spreads to the nobility. She apparently can.
Oh, jeez.
Summon the physician. The dim flickering light of Alexandria's infirmary illuminates the scene as the physician lays out a plan of attack. Was afflicted with white plague or racked with a bloody cough I've never seen before. The plague risks destabilizing the entire realm. Our people and crops will be decimated if we do not take radical action. Soft approach is best. Duke Rodri would also like to bend the knee.
Congrats. Great job being at least bilingual.
Finer points of diplomacy. Today, my ward Sarlith was taught a lesson in vassal management by Dumnum. It was quite a complicated course, necessary, but perhaps a bit beyond Sarlith's grasp. My subjects only ever wish me well, Sarlith exclaims. I will trust my subjects indiscriminately so that we can build our realm together. Oh, you sweet, gullible child. The level of trust could be dangerous. Good, let suspicion be vanquished from your mind, because I'm trusting. At least I think I am.
Hey, look, some poetry from Chewbacca. It's just Chewbacca noises. I have to save this. Oh, yeah.
Never! The peasants are revolting.
Yeah, the plague is in fact active in the game. Though that was a different plague.
Yeah, if the game goes on long enough, the plague will happen. I think I have it set to dynamic, so it will start around the time it should start. Instead of starting around the time it would start historically, which would be in the 1300s, which is way the heck long away, it will start sometime around 200 years after the game starts. The plague will hit. So the actual Black Death will be happening. So yeah, see this red stuff here?
The plague!
Yeah, that means there's sickness there. And actually, if you zoom in, it looks all gray and stuff because there's sickness there.
Dang.
But yeah, it looks like blood on the...
Looks like clotted blood.
Yeah. That's what spreading illnesses look like. And if you zoom in, like I said, it looks all gray because the area is being depopulated from sickness. Now I'm definitely gonna die soon.
Oh dear.
A prisoner in my own body. I knew that getting older would mean doing everything slower, but I didn't think it would all come to a halt until my death. Lately, I feel a constant malaise, and everything takes more effort than before. I'm worried that if I lie down, I might not be able to get up again. There's no doubt that my time is running out. I feel like I can do naught but to await death's sweet embrace to claim me.
Oh no! Your who's it? Looks like a vampire.
What? Oh, she does. What's up with that? She's wounded.
Oh. When did that
and
happen?
scarred. Don't know. How long will I have to wait? It can wait. It can all wait. No time for myself. It has been such exhausting work of late. It is as though I don't have a single courtier who can wipe their arse without my express and detailed instruction. In the middle of planning a small jaunt to a local brothel where I intend to remain till I am chafed and aching, a servant comes rushing up to me, babbling about some new trivial catastrophe. It can wait. It can all wait.
A shame indeed.
And yet another one. Outlive yet another child. But I won't be outliving that many more. Because now I'm infirm. Which has dropped me down to poor health.
Ooh.
If I last long enough with infirm active, it'll progress to incapable. Which basically means your mind is gone. Oh, we got another plague. A walk through Ormond reveals something deeply unpleasant. A plague has arrived in this unassuming hamlet.
Oh no, they named it after you!
Yes. Countless fresh scars over the skin from endless itching, and those helpless eyes are bloodshot and red. Alright. A soft approach is best. They named it after me because it's in a territory I control directly.
Oh.
Ormond.
Mm-hmm. I hate it here. I'm gonna remember suicide jokes are bad for mental health. Find the Avatar and restore my honor! Freaking memes, dude.
Indeed. I remember the day when my son Drost was born to my wife Cynic, my charming son. Memories like those bring me comfort. No matter what happens, I know that my family is there for me, and that House Dwynen stands strong. Death or glory, which is my house motto. I whisper under my breath.
Oh no!
And I just got it. I now have smallpox.
Oh no!
I'm going to tell him to do no more than what's necessary, because I'm dying anyway. With the first wave of fever and vomiting, I desperately hoped it was nothing worse than sweating sickness. And I did get a little better. I rose from my bed, returned to my duties for a week. All was well until I noticed the first red spots in my mouth. Indeed, these lesions are a sure sign of smallpox. Very dangerous if left untreated.
Well, yeah, he got older. 10 years have passed since we started the stream.
And I'm dead.
Cadaverific.
Hiking Andres of Alba has found peace in Christ's embrace at 85 years of age. He drank himself to death, a paragon of valor and gallantry. He will always be remembered for his cordial and just nature in the face of all odds. High Queen Setic ascends to the throne. Prone to rage, Setic's enemies and vassals alike are all likely to live in fear of her. So, this is something they added in a recent thing. I could take over as my daughter, but there's not really much left for me to do here. So, I am actually going to save. Actually, I don't think I can while this is up. I'll save immediately after. And I can I'm going to hit choose a new destiny. and I am going to take over as Cathin.
Extremely hard.
She is an adventurer. And... actually... see if I can...
See if you can what? What can you do? What can you do?
I was gonna try and see if I could, I'm gonna save now, but I'm gonna load back to the last autosave before I died, and see if it brings up a different character. The only thing I don't like about her is that she's Catholic and not Gaelic.
Ooh.
Let's see.
D.
Ah.
Huh?
I eventually can convert to it. So, I suppose it's not that bad. So, I am now Cathan the Stout. See. It seems our time in Gloucestershire has proven beneficial for my daughter Ben Ligon. Something about the local culture simply fascinates her. So much so that in our brief time here she's managed to pick up passable Anglic, an achievement that the lass is trumpeting to the high heavens by speaking it around camp constantly, even dropping little words and phrases into conversation with her lessers. Some behavior, monsieur. waning of the old ways. With the fall of their last fortress, the Gelm's Vikings have been utterly extinguished. In the end, they were simply not enough to hold back the tide of foreign faiths. It now seems inevitable that Asatru is doomed to the waste heap of history. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
Rubbish. That's a funny word. What the? Dude, stop clicking it! I think it's dead. Oh wait, no, it's back.
I thought it was. I thought it had crashed.
Well, it might have, considering how much you were clicking. Might be low on power though. How about we save and? All
right, let's see. I don't know about the Asatru being, on the wane. Look at that. Look at the Asatru faith. I mean, look.
Save.
All right, let's see. How long have we been streaming for? An hour and a half. Yeah, I suppose I can save.
Like I said, the mouse is clearly running low on power, so...
Yes, so... My character, High King Andres, died. I'm going to load the last autosave before he popped his clogs and make that a save as well, in case we have to load back to it for whatever reason. Because the autosave will eventually go bye-bye. But yes, the next time we play, I will be playing as not Andres Doinen, but Kathen Doinen. And going on my merry way.
Alrighty. Well, that's the stream for now. Hacking. Thank you to... Give me that. Thank you to, Andrew for, being player one. Thank you to Kurgan and Christina for hanging out in chat. If you're here after the fact and... Oh wait, actually, I think Miss Setier showed up at one point as well. Thank you to Miss Setier as well for showing up in chat. Presuming he did. If you're watching this after the fact... and you've made it this far, thank you for watching the whole hecking VOD. Anyway, this is Chewy Cookies signing off. Farewell!
Farewell!
Blip.